So I had this brilliant idea. What if I read 5 books during my 6-day vacation in Arkansas? Sounds really easy, right? Right. So here's the lineup of all the books I picked out for my trip, giving me all the vacay vibes, right? It's gonna make it so much easier. But was I truly setting myself up for success, or just an epic reading fail? Between all the sightseeing, family time, let's just say things did not technically go according to plan. I also underestimated how deeply sleep deprived I was from driving over 14 hours with 6 kids in the car. So the question is, did I actually pull it off? Or did Arkansas and my extremely ambitious TBR humble me? Place your bets now down in the comments and let's find out. Okay, so we've been on the road now for like 10 hours and I haven't gotten any reading done because my lovely husband was really tired, so I did a lot of night driving. Now I'm gonna finally get some reading done, and I'm on page 108 of The Coldest Winter. Grab it, grab it. Real quick, I didn't realize that this book was so heavily talking about grief, and it's done really well. And I'm going to read you guys a quote out of the book. It's on page 100, and it says, "That was the thing about grief. It didn't discriminate. It simply made everyone drown." And that was like, I underlined it. Look at my husband over there. I actually underlined it. I don't really normally annotate, highlight, or write in my books, but that was one of them. And then another one I put in my Goodreads that was like a few pages before it, which was another good quote about grief. But yeah, just so you know, this book is heavily about grief. I'm so tired, I can't even think. So I'm gonna turn this camera off, and once we either get there or get closer, I'll touch bases about how the book is going. And all my kids are up now, so it's gonna be a wow ride. We decided to get out of the car, and I actually fell asleep while reading. I did not make it far. So we decided to get out and just see Nashville. And we're going to stretch our legs, get back in the car. We've got like 4 hours to go. Hopefully I won't fall asleep and I'll be able to read. I'm gonna probably grab a coffee. My kids are getting ready. The other photographer is taking photos of them. I'm dead. Yeah, don't do it. This is so cute. Zoe, did you get the shot? Yep, you got the shot? All right. Mini photographer in training. What are you doing, bye-bye?
It's cold.
All right, yeah.
It has to be
Dude, you spill water on yourself? Yeah. We finally made it to the Airbnb, and it's almost 5 o'clock. I did not get my book finished. We made it, huh, Buggy?
Yes.
And you were such a good girl, huh?
Yes.
Yes, you were.
Sit down.
You gotta sit down. Hi, Alora. Alora, say hi.
Hi.
Now that we're here, Xavier and I are gonna get the stuff and get the whole family dinner. Pull out our itinerary. I don't know if we're gonna actually do the things that we had on there or not tonight because we're so tired. It took a little bit longer than we expected. We all want to get some food, and they're here. I need to go get these kids some food. They're stir crazy. I need to get out of my jammies possibly, and I don't know. So I am actually finally to myself. My husband actually went to go visit one of his cousins, and I got all of the kids to lay down, and I'm showered and I'm clean. And the update is that I definitely did not finish this on the road. I underestimated how tired I was really becoming, When I thought that I got like that burst of energy, like if you've ever been on a road trip or if you've pulled all-nighter and you're like, oh, I have this burst of energy, like I'm over the hump, I'll be fine, whatever. Whenever that happened and then I started to pick this up to read, my eyes would start, it would literally overwork my brain so much. I am a little over halfway. I'm on page 191, and this is how I know I was tired. It's like, I don't know, like I feel like there's two people who can stop at any point of the book, put it down, pick it back up, and people who have to finish the chapter. I'm a finish the chapter girly, and I could not. I was so tired. How I feel about the book so far. The mixtape has been one of my favorite reads this year by far. I gave it 5 stars. It also talks about grief, and I will say that Brittany Cherry knows how to write about grief. I don't usually underline anything in books, and I've underlined a few times, and I would have to go through here to like find it. Okay, so here's the last thing that I underlined. It actually says, maybe that's the thing about progress. Maybe it has to look messy for a while before it can look good again. And I just, after losing my last 2 living grandparents last year and having a really rough year, reading about grief has really started to help me process what I was feeling. And I also live 3,000 miles away from home, so it's really tough. How I felt about it is, starting off, I just didn't feel like it was anywhere near as strong, just to give you my honest opinion. It felt very generic, like when I was reading it. It did start to pick up, but I guess another thing is, like, I didn't want to hear in every chapter that he smelled like lemonade, and that the same exact description of his eye color was really bothering me, because I'm a person that, like, when I read, I like to, like, even if you're saying the same thing over and over, like, say it in a different way. There's many ways to be descriptive, and as a homeschool mama, I'm always telling my kids that, like, if you're turning something into me, I don't want to read the same sentence over and over. So that was bothering me. We started to get their connection about grieving as 2 individuals. I really have been enjoying that, and it has picked up because now we're getting the backstory of all the characters and how they're connected. Do I think I'm going to be able to finish this tonight? Absolutely not. I think there's like 130 pages left, and it's already 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. There's my baby. There's no way I'm gonna be able to finish this tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna be going to a like really nice nature park and having a picnic there with the kids, and going to go visit some things, and possibly taking the kids to go see my husband's family. If not, then we'll find something else to get into after that if the kids are up to it, once we're all rested and everything. I'm gonna get some reading and done, and then I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow. All right, good morning. So I did not get my reading done. I told you guys it wasn't gonna happen last night, and now I have a nice cup of coffee, and this mug's so cute at the Airbnb. Like, I don't know, they're really cute, and there's one with cows on it. But anyways, I was unable to get really any reading, and so I just woke up. I got the kids something to eat, and I'm about to eat this pizza for breakfast. Yeah, this pizza was so good. The ranch was so good. Last night I already knew I was gonna eat pizza, but I'm actually gonna sit out here. It's really nice and sunny. It feels good. I mean, it's a little nippy, so I have my sweater on, but it feels really good out here, and I'm gonna get some reading done. Before we start doing our activities, we're gonna go on a nature like pathway, like an easy little hike for the kids, because we can't really go on like a real hike with the little girls. But we're gonna do that, visit a local bookstore, figure out somewhere we want to visit for dinner, and probably go to the grocery store as well. We went to Target last night, and if you ever go grocery shopping at Target, you should not. Going grocery shopping at Target is rich people stuff to me. That's what I call it. That's rich people stuff. Like, the average person does not go stock their house up at Target, because I'm telling you, we got like 3 boxes of cereal, some milk, and like some pouches, coffee creamer, some juice, some extra coffee. I swear we spent $100 on that. I'm gonna stay out here for a little bit. My son's gonna come out here with his book too. He's so cute. He's actually reading the Tristan Strong series, if you've ever heard of it. And he really loved Percy Jackson, and so I was trying to find him something like Percy Jackson. But the Tristan Strong series is like Percy Jackson, kinda, featuring a lead black character. And so I was like, this is what he needs. This is exactly what I was looking for. So he's on book 2 of that. And I don't know if Lily's gonna come out here. If you're new, Lily is my oldest. She's gonna be 15, and we went and got her oathbound last night. She told me before we left she did not want to get oathbound until we got to Arkansas because she was gonna be too tempted to binge read it within one night. So we came and we got it, and now she's got her sleep, so she's probably gonna be reading it the entire day. And I didn't know it was like a 600-page book, and I would not be surprised if she would be done with it tomorrow. So I'm gonna go ahead, get this reading in, and the finishing 5 books on vacation week challenge commences. And so far it is not going according to plan, but we will keep trekking. I just came back from going on a little trail walk, and I'm dehydrated. My kids are playing Dragon Ball Z Uno, and the little people you can hear are going to go take a nap. Really, really hot compared to Virginia. I'm making myself a fake Starbucks tea. I went and got the lemonade and this, and then I have literally 100 pages exactly until I'm finished with this book. I feel like this is gonna be like a 3.5. I usually don't say 3.75 star read for me. Kind of in the plot twist now. It's interesting. I mean, it has really, really good aspects, but then it has a lot of aspects that I feel could have been a little bit more. She said, I think 2 to 3 times that this was the moment I fell in love with Milo. And so by the 3rd time I was like, wait, you said that already. But anyways, but there's a lot of good in this book. So I'm gonna finish these last 100 pages and then try and figure out what should be my next read. I finally finished this book, and I'm about to go have a movie night with the kids, but it's done. I personally would give this 3 out of 5 stars. It's a lot to really explain why. It had really great potential. The grief, talking about that and how the 2 families connected was great. But just the way the story was written, there was something missing in the writing for me personally. I did put a poll up on my Instagram account for my next read. Tomorrow morning, we'll find out what I'm reading next. I just got out of the shower and I'm feeling nice and clean, and I'm trying not to wake the kids up, but I'm telling myself it's not gonna mess up my day. And I was just thinking about the book last night, and if I gave it a good rating, and I'm pretty sure I did. When I get back home, I'll try to remember to write out a full review on Goodreads. I've been trying to get better at that instead of just putting the stars, like putting my reasons why, what I loved about it, whatever. It's not a thesis, okay, but it's definitely like my thoughts while, during, at the end, whatever. You know, follow me on Goodreads. I'll link that down below. I did put a poll up on my Instagram for what book I should read next. If you want to follow me over there, link will be in the description. 0 votes for Vera Wong, 43% for First Time Caller, 57% for Summer Romance. So happy that Summer Romance won. I really wanted to read that. It's gonna be almost 80 degrees tomorrow. I haven't had like a warm summer day in a very long time. I don't know why winter is lasting so long in Virginia, but it is. So here we have it. Summer Romance will be my next read. I've never read an Annabelle Monaghan book. I really think a lot of my favorite people on here, I really enjoyed her books, and over the past few years, I've really honed in on my reading preferences. That includes who I take book recs from, because I know my reading preferences. Just because someone writes about something, if I know that that's not something that would normally fit into what I like to read, I don't do it. So I don't normally get a lot of like 2 stars, 1 stars, or DNFs. I don't think I have DNF'd a book in the past almost 3 years. I've given out 2 stars, only a few. 3 stars for me is not bad. It's just like, I wouldn't reread, or it was fluffy, it was cute, or it just 4 and 5 stars are like did something to me. 5 stars are like I would reread. I will rave about this book. I will tell everybody to read this book. If you look at my Goodreads, it'll tell you I rate books however I want. You know, it could really just be matters of the heart. I get into summer romance while everyone's asleep, and today we're actually gonna go visit the hot springs. Arkansas has so many natural parks, so many things to visit. There's no way we could fit it into this trip. I firmly believe when people are like, why would you want to go to Arkansas for vacation? Because God's beauty is in everything, like in everything and everywhere. And it's literally called the natural state because the natural beauty here is crazy. Don't get me to get on a tirade. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna start reading this. I'm gonna go get in the bed, Xavier's sleep. So it's the perfect place. Put my headphones on, listen to my rain sounds, and see how I like it. Not to be biased or anything, but I'm leaving on page 9. You know, reach out that this book is gonna be exactly what I need after reading the last book. Coincidentally enough, it's also talking about grief. So I don't know what's going on with me and reading about books where people are losing people. Maybe after last year, this is just something that I need to do to help me like actually process it all. So, I don't know. I just got back from the hot springs with my family, and if you hear them in the background, because there's a couple people who are grumpy. Got a few things, and everything was like closed today, which is kind of sad. We have some honey, some Arkansas honey. It even has the honeycomb inside. And my husband likes honey in his tea. I'm super duper tired. But also I did get into summer romance, and I'm on page 53. And I'm really liking it so far, a lot better than the last book. One of my favorite reads has been Finley Donovan, and this kind of reminds me of this. Kind of like middle-aged woman, well, like lower middle-aged, like a little bit older than me, going through divorce, how that affects your life, how everything changes from this perfect life, and how single motherhood hits, and she's met someone, and I kind of have a feeling who the person actually is, but she doesn't realize it yet. So tired. We're going to actually just go to the store tonight, cook up some dinner, and I'm probably gonna just lay down and read because tomorrow is a real busy day. We're supposed to go to the Crater Diamond National Park, which is 2 hours away, so we have to get up kind of early, drive there, and drive back. I'm making my way. This book is giving me hope that I can complete the challenge, because 7 Days in June is an audiobook, so I can really just listen to that at any point in time. And I think that after this, I might go into 7 Days in June and then pick the next read after that. So, which I might go with Vera Wong. I'm not sure. We'll see what mood this puts me in, but first time caller is long, y'all, and I just feel like if I pick first time caller, I'm gonna fail the challenge. If you're a perfectionist, then you know that failing a challenge or not doing something, even though you know it's like it could work, it could not work, it's not really an option for someone who's a perfectionist. You want it to just work. This challenge is testing me and my ability to just let go, just let it all go. I'm gonna go take a rest, and I already did the kids' laundry. That like family of 8, we've already had to do laundry, and there's already a second load, especially after they shower and get into their PJs. Hot springs complete. So it's been 2 days since I last updated this vlog. We ended up going to Crater of Diamonds National Park yesterday, and I couldn't find it in me. So the last time I updated you guys was on Tuesday when I started summer romance, and this morning I just finished it before everybody woke up, and it was so cute. It was everything I needed to make sure that I did not get into a slump. This is funny. So it's called Summer Romance. The main character's nickname is Allie, and I don't know much about this author, and I don't know if this was on purpose, but there's a line in the notebook, and we know that the lead character's name is Allie. And when the mom and the dad are like, it's just a summer romance, that just made me laugh. I don't know why. Notebook is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I ended up giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. The MMC is a man who loves this woman. He is willing to do anything to make sure that this works out, and not in a way that makes me feel like he was emasculated, I believe is the word I'm looking for. I'm really tired. But in a way that felt like so loving, like a warm blanket, like everything that she needed. And both of these characters healed from what it was that they were going through, which I thought was amazing. It wasn't focused on one or the other, both of them dealt with things. Some things for one character was in the present, and some was just things that from the past, and learning how to trust again. And I just really enjoyed this book, so I'm giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. Now I have these 2 left on my trip readathon, and I'm also halfway through 7 Days in June on audiobook. I'm trying to figure out which one I should do next. I'm not quite sure, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put another poll up on my Instagram and see what I should do. I have a feeling First Time Caller would be the winner because it was in 2nd place last time. So maybe I should just go with First Time Caller instead of doing a poll, but for the heck of it, I'm just gonna do a poll anyway because I'm not gonna just start reading right now. Today we have kind of like a more laid back day. We were gonna go to the Little Rock Zoo, but my husband and I talked and these kids wore us out. When I say wore us out, I mean my husband was elbow deep in dirt at the Greater Diamond National Park. By the way, I found a diamond and my husband let the wind blow it away. You're fired. You're fired. Yeah, so today we decided we were gonna just cook the kids breakfast, kind of relax, and then around nap time, me and him, we're gonna finally have like a date. There's like a strip where we're at where there's lots of restaurants and there's an independent bookstore here and whatnot that I wanted to check out and finally have like a moment to ourselves, and then we're gonna have dinner with his family that lives here. I don't know if I said it before, but my mother-in-law is from England, Arkansas, and me and my husband are both from California. I'm so tired. These kids are wearing me out. But tomorrow we're supposed to drive up to Heber Springs and go visit a friend from Virginia. Her husband was stationed in Virginia, and we were both midwifery students, and they bought land here, and so we're gonna go visit them tomorrow. So we're gonna spend our whole day letting my kids run around and enjoy being out in the country, which is a dream of mine. I would love to purchase some land, and we're considering here, but we're not sure. I'm going off on a tangent. Yeah, I'll let you guys know which book I decide to read next. This is me moving Summer Romance from the to be to the completed for the challenge pile. We're getting ready to go visit England, which is a city not that far from Little Rock. It's where my mother-in-law is from. And I did put up a poll on my Instagram, and I'm gonna be reading Vera Wong. Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers, and I'm not mad about it because First Time Caller is over 400 pages. And my goal here is to try and read these 5 books by the time I get home. I feel like if I read a longer book, it's going to take over and consume me for a longer amount of time, and I'm not going to complete the challenge. I know that if I read this one first, I can probably zoom through this. It is 333 pages. And First Time Caller is like 450 or more, or something like that. At some point in time, me and my husband will start listening to 7 Days in June again tonight. Maybe like we're gonna have a game night. So maybe while we're playing Uno and having popcorn, and after his family takes us out to dinner. So I'm thinking that's when I'll start listening to 7 Days in June again. But I needed a breakup from reading romance anyway. I really did enjoy Summer Romance. It's very, very cute. I really did enjoy it. I really enjoyed that one, and so I'm looking for something that's a little silly, a little lighthearted, and I think this will be it. So I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna keep you guys updated and see how it goes. I'm gonna get some reading done. The kids just went to sleep. This angle is crazy. Update on our reading challenge here. I was sleepy last night. Oh yeah, so if you ever see me with those little Chun-Li buns, that's what my husband calls them. This is why. So I try not to over curl my hair. I go with the curl to do the buns at night, and then I wrap my hair with my silk scarf, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror. And it helps to just keep the curls alive, and it actually gives them like a smoother texture. But anyways, back to the reading challenge. So far, I have made it to page 56 in Vera Wong. Reminds me of like the same vibe that Finley Donovan gives. Hold on, y'all, it's hot. It kind of reminds me of the same vibe like I thought that Finley Donovan gives. It's kind of like a silly, quirky mystery, and you have your suspects, and each suspect has their own chapter, and then we go back to Vera. And something's going on here between her and her son that I don't really know yet, and the police don't seem to be taking the case that she has taken upon herself to solve seriously. I woke up this morning, I read for like 30-45 minutes, made it to page 56, so I don't know if I'm gonna get first time caller. I'm starting to feel the pressure. The heat is on me. I was talking all this mess yesterday. I thought I was gonna, yesterday did not go according to plan. We did not go to the bookstore, we did not have a date. Hopefully we can do that today. My friend also, they caught the flu, so we're not going out there. So maybe that'll be today. And then we can find some type of like trail or a little park to replace what we were going to do today. We're in the home stretch. My challenge isn't looking good, but I gotta help pack and I gotta clean this Airbnb. I don't know what time it is, but it's not looking good for the challenge. I'm just being honest. I have not made it to page 100, and there's a baby coming, so I'm gonna go. I am seriously exhausted after this road trip. You might hear some people in the back. We came back, the cats are great. They're upset at us, but they're all right. All right, so let's figure out the results of this here 5-book, 6-day vacation challenge. The results are in. I completed 3 1/4 books. Am I disappointed in myself? Yes and no. Yes, because the perfectionist in me thinks that I should have been able to somehow complete this challenge. Why didn't I complete this challenge? Probably because I have 6 kids running around me and we're doing things every day. But no, I still did get 3 1/4 books done. So I was able to complete The Coldest Winter, which I rated 3 stars. Then I was able to finish Summer Romance, which I rated 4 stars. I was also able to complete my reread on audiobook of 7 Days in June, which I still and indefinitely give 5 out of 5 stars. Chef's Kiss, one of my favorite romances of all time. And then here we have Vera Wong, and I was able to get to page 77 in this one. I was unable to even look at First Time Caller, so it is still on my March TBR. We'll see if it gets done. There's no way. I mean, if I read today, I have no expectation of reading today after this road trip. You guys have no idea, but thank you for following along on my challenge, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy reading.